All right, the first special event of the version 8.5. We got a race day, Le Mans 2020, featuring the 3 GT Le Mans cars. As we can see here on the splash screen, we got the Aston Martin Vantage GTE, Chevy Corvette C8R, and of course the trusty Porsche 911 RSR. Real Racing 3 wouldn't be the same without 911 RSR, would we now? But anyway, so this event, we've got some new, I guess, gameplay features that the Fire Monkeys have introduced in this version, which I am having a difficult time wrapping my head around understanding the point behind. So long and short of it, the whole idea, the two new things, right? The tuning of the cars and this idea of developing a fictional driver. So both things I am having. So anything that essentially the lowdown is anything that you do with a driver is permanent, but any of the tuning that you do on the car is temporary. So essentially, you guys, to me, it's hard to get over the fact that tuning is just the redressing of upgrades that you want us to pay more than once, which seems, I don't know, that doesn't seem right to me. I mean, that kind of, and upgrading or leveling up of the racer requires us to pay gold, which seems backwards too. I mean, we're used to the paradigm of as we play and level up, we actually get paid, not we pay to level up a driver. That just seems backwards. I don't know. I'm having difficult time, as I said at the beginning, wrapping my head around understanding the point of this. So anyway, long and short of it, these three cars, each one is just under 2 million motorsport dollars if you're to buy it outright. So it's technically 1.95 million motorsport dollars. Right. And by going through this event, you get to win the car, and also you get to win 140,000 motorsport dollars and 50 gold. So the motorsport dollar earning isn't really attracting me all that much. I mean, 140,000 is really dismal, I think. I mean, considering that there's 200,000 cap on daily, I guess, earnings, what you can earn in a day, right? You do a couple of 9-lapper at Monza with your F1 car, you can earn already more than 140,000. So that's seems like it's just not that big of a deal. What's more, I guess, generous of you guys is we are earning 50 gold. And technically, you can win these cars without spending a single gold. In fact, I believe if you want to, I guess, play the way you guys designed it, we would actually pay gold into developing the driver, since that's going to be the permanent, which is going to cost a lot more than 50 gold that you guys are getting us, which is pretty typical. I get that, and obviously we're going to need experienced driver that is going to last us beyond this event. Okay, I get that. But I feel like developing a driver can be done after you won the car. I guess that's the thing, because you just race over and over and over, right? Once you win the car, the 2020 season of GT, Endurance GT is going to be available. So then you just race there, right? Speaking of which, I believe there is a gold reward in that series along with the Motorsport dollar payout, but it says 66,000 Motorsport dollars for the payout, so I'm kind of suspecting maybe 66 gold for 100% completion of the 2020 season as well. That's just my guess. I don't know that for sure because I cannot find that information anywhere, but generally it's like racing dollar payout and the gold payout has been kind of like paired up like that. If it's 66,000 racing dollar payout for 100% completion, then generally in the past there will be like 66 gold payout for 100% completion, because that's kind of an odd number to pick, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's talk about it as we go through. So the long and short of it here, as an intro, if you skip, this one is a 5-stage event, and every stage has 4 goals. So we don't have any of that weird like last stage having 5 goals. It's going to be 4 goals every stage. So that's total of 20 goals for this race day event. And if you skip every single one of them, it still costs less than the cost of the car, because it'll cost you 1.39 million Motorsport dollars. So essentially, if you're starting from 0 Motorsport dollars, if you basically farm for a week, 200,000 Motorsport dollars per day for a week, then essentially you can afford this car, any one of the 3 cars that's available here of your choice. That way, by skipping every single one, you don't need to upgrade. Actually, there's no upgrade. You don't need to spend any on tuning your car, because that seems somewhat pointless, because after the race day event is over, after you win the car, those tuning upgrades that you paid for are gone. Yes, that part makes no sense to me. Why is that temporary? Why? I mean, essentially, basically, we have to pay for it again once we're running the 2020 season. That's kind of the way I'm understanding this. So we end up having to pay for same upgrade multiple times. How does that make sense? I don't get that. I mean, given they are all Motorsport dollar pays, so purchases, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe the focus should be more on the leveling up your driver, which is going to cost a decent amount of gold. So I think they're shifting maybe focus from the car to this fictional driver that we get to choose, which seems odd to me. I don't know. This is becoming. See, the problem is the game's. It's becoming more convoluted. It used to be pretty straightforward. You pick a car, you upgrade to meet the PR requirement, you pay for it. How do you pay for it? Well, you get in-game currency. You can either earn by racing more and spending more time playing, or you pay for it with the real money. Pretty straightforward. But now they're introducing all these different mechanics of playing this mobile racing game. It's getting convoluted, is the way it comes across to me. There's way too much to consider now. I mean, I guess you can think of it as a strategy, but to me, it's just like, it's a mobile racing game. Why are they making it so complicated? I don't know. I guess if you like boil it down, they're focusing on this driver development program. A fictional driver development program is what this game is maybe switching gear to. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, here, we'll run through this. Just for the purpose of this video, let's pick Porsche. And then we get 3 drivers to choose from. So we'll just go with, I guess, Renault Malay, the French guy, the first one. All right, so once you reach that 500 experience point, you get an option to purchase the level up. So you get to be level 2 then, right? I think it costs slightly under 30 gold, like 28 gold or something like that. And then once you leveled up to level 2, level 3 I think is a long ways away. It's like some 3,000 some experience points or something like that. So that's a big gap from 0 to 500, and next step up is like 6 times more you gotta earn. Yeah, and then I'm sure it's gonna cost pretty penny as well. So anyway, so stage 1, yes, all the race of course takes place at the 24-hour circuit since it is Le Mans 2020, and they have, yes, PR requirement, which you can achieve by getting those the tuning right. So, and then the driver experience, as you level up your driver, your PR, basically your base PR goes up on the car. So that's how that works. So better driver can get more out of the same car, perhaps. That's the kind of the racing dynamic that they're going after. But I mean, if you are just a better driver, as like a better player in the game, I mean, you get more out of the same car. I mean, that's kind of already there. We don't need numeric value to prove that to us. So to me, that seems like unnecessary element they're adding to the game. So anyway, and then yes, the tuning, as I said, they cost motorsport dollars, and they take anywhere from, as you can see here, like the shortest time it takes is the 40 minutes on the first tier or step 1. They call it the brakes calibration tuning. Okay, we'll go with their term. So they don't really change all that dramatically as each step. So there are 8 steps in these tuning steps, and the longest it takes is hour and 10 minutes for a step. So it's not like an upgrade from the past where the later upgrade and racing dollar upgrade could take 2 days, right? So that's not there anymore. So fine. So they take less time to do it, but still, I mean, they take over an hour sometimes. So yeah. And the bigger problem, of course, is the fact that these are temporary. But maybe that's the way they are considering motorsport dollars as an in-game currency. It's never meant to be permanent. So the way they are trying to curtail the problem with the racing dollars, right? The old currency is that we accumulate, and we got all the upgrades, then we got no place to spend it. So apparently the fire monkeys heard that, and they interpreted it as, oh, then you'd like to keep spending that currency. So guess what? We're going to introduce a new currency that you can earn easier than your gold currency, but you're going to have to keep spending that same currency over and over and over in the game. I think they misunderstood us. I don't know how else to put it. That's such a bizarre way to address the issue. Like that's more exasperating the problem of what people's been complaining than addressing it. It's like, oh, you have a complaint about an element in the game. We can fix that by making it worse. is the way it sounds to me. I don't know. Well, at least we won't be banking up a gigantic amount of motorsport dollars if we play by that rule, and we'll have to constantly replenish it by farming every day. Right. That doesn't... I don't know. Is that really the way they want to do it? Anyway, for this video, I'm not going to actually do any racing. I will actually try to do the racing video separately, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Depending on my mood after this. Because I try to go through and I just the fact that I... It's just here, after you finish an event, spending all your motorsport dollars and gold to, do your thing and win the car, and you're like celebration mode, and you check into the new season that the car's featured in, and then you realize your car has no upgrades on. Yes, that is a major slap in your face. At least I thought that was like, what in the world, did I miss something? And apparently I did. I missed the whole temporary part of this tuning business. So anyway, but that makes perhaps going through these events a little bit simpler, because there's no reason for you to do all the race in these events. You can, as I said at the beginning, you can skip every single one of these goals and still win the car. Or, I mean, if you want to just save up 2 million motorsport dollars, you can just purchase that. There's no gold, right? So that kind of, takes away the initiative. And then, of course, the benefit of, I guess, upgrading the driver, as they want to call it, is that you will get to use, if you decide to use the same driver, you won't have to spend as much in winning the next car, I guess is the direction that they are taking. So, but does that mean, but we're not going to be able to use the same driver for a different team, because version 8.6 is supposed to have a second race day for Le Mans 2020, where we get to go after the second car that we didn't pick here, but that'll be a different team, which means we'd have to go over that same steps all over again with a new driver from a new team, because I don't expect that we just carry the same driver from one team to the next team in the next event, right? Scouting new racer from another team. Yes, he's got more experience coming over, right? So anyway, the beginning of the stage, the goals are pretty quick. They're usually like just overtake so many cars, or so early on it's pretty quick, and there are no PR requirements, so you don't need any upgrades. For these early events, might as well do the racing, because you will get to check out those new cars, and also you'll get to build some experience points for your driver of your choice. Whoever you go with, I don't think it really matters. But anyway, so let's skip. As I said, there are 4 goals every stage. Right, so at the beginning, they're all the stage 1. Every goal skipping costs 10,000 motorsport dollars, as you can see here. And there's no PR requirement all the way till the end of stage 2. So at least 7 goals you can do with 0 upgrade, 0 level up on your driver of your choice, blah blah blah, right? So, and of course there is 5 gold payout for completing the first stage, and there is a motorsport dollar payout for completing the stage 1, but obviously we're spending all of it by skipping right now, so there's that. Right. So stage 1 complete. Yes, you get 10,000 motorsport dollars. So obviously if you didn't skip, then that's extra 10,000 that you get to add to your bank. And 5 gold is something that you get to keep, which is nice because gold is still the king of in-game currency. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So then stage 2, we still have 4 goals, but the skipping cost is now up to 25,000 motorsport dollars per goal. And still no PR requirements, so it's all good. Oh, and by the way, as soon as you start the event, not as soon as, after you complete the first goal, the instant service on the car and the instant tuning is available for 3 hours. So, you know, I guess if you got motorsport dollars to burn, then sure, I guess that's fine. And I don't know. I mean, you need to save up for. I'm still, you know, like talking about the Formula E. We're gonna have to save up for those cars as well. And is that gonna be the same issue? That's another driver that we're gonna have to develop as well. I mean, and that one, there are like 12 teams, right? Yeah. I don't know if that's what we were asking for in the game when people were, and maybe some of you guys were asking for that. I don't know, but this new game mechanics are, I don't know. I'm having difficulty understanding. You know, I'll just stick to the road collection part of the game and the cars that I already own in the motorsport section and just race those. There's plenty of race for me to do there and lots of more gold to pick up still, so I'll probably be more focusing on that one than trying to do this motorsport series. I did obviously almost complete the GT3 that came out in last version, and the Formula 1's been actually kind of fun. I still use the Formula 1 as my primary way of daily farming because it's the quickest, it pays out the best, and you know, and the fame bonus actually is decent on those. So I say, you know, and F1 cars are just awesome in many ways. So what can I say? I like those. Now these with the whole new driver system and the tuning. Yeah, I don't think this was something that we were asking for, but well, here we are. I think they might, I don't know. Yeah, this aspect of the game, they might have to, I would prefer if they scrapped it and went back to the old ways that I guess to me made sense. Anyway, so stage 2 at the beginning, as I said, we don't have any PR requirement. Every goal cost 25,000 motorsport dollars to skip. So far so good. And some of these races you'll have to do multiple laps at Le Mans, so you will earn a lot of motorsport dollars by actually, if you were not skipping and doing actual races themselves. But of course later part of the event, if you decide to skip, that will cost you quite a bit. So anyway, goal 3, same thing, no PR requirement still. So I'll use gold to skip for now, but you know, generally my recommendation would be actually do these races, you know, do some Le Mans race with the new cars. That's still cool. Now PR is significantly lower than the past year's Le Mans GT cars because they go up to like 90s, right? So these you might feel maybe it's more realistic, but boy, do they feel slow down like Mulsanne straight compared to the old GTE cars, especially like 2012 Vantage GTE. That thing is like a rocket ship down the Mulsanne straight. I love that car. But anyway, here, the last goal of stage 2, we got a PR requirement of 65. So now you're going to have to either tune your car. Well, I don't think you can reach PR 65 by just simply upgrading your driver. But it's going to have to end up being combination of the two, right? So anyway, this is where you're gonna have to either decide to just start skipping goals and just be done with it, because I think it actually costs less to skip than to upgrade, or not upgrade, tune your car. I know. What kind of sense does that make? So from here on out, if you skip all of them, I'll give you the skinny right away. It will cost you 1.275 million motorsport dollars, and since you get 140,000 of it back regardless, if you complete it, so net cost in that case would be 1,135,000. So 1,135,000 motorsport dollars to the net cost at the end to win this car, or essentially buy this car. So depending on how you feel about this event, maybe you want to just experience the game and do all the races, put tuning upgrades on, even though you lose them by the end of the event. Maybe you're not too concerned about that because you have access motorsport dollars. But as you can see here, the skipping cost does go up. And then, yes, so tune your car and level your driver to meet the PR requirement. Yes, that's the idea. So 50,000, but still, stage 3, we don't get a PR requirement bump until the last goal, so still 65. And then at the end of stage 3, it's gonna get bumped up to 66.8. So goal 3 is still 65. And then the final goal for stage 3 is going to have a 66.8, as I was saying. But the skipping cost is still the same, 50,000. And then upon completing or skipping all stage 3 goals, you get 20,000 motorsport dollars and you get 10 gold. So that's, if you are skipping, you actually, so far you have netted 20 gold. When do we ever get to do that? Not very often, right? So since skipping doesn't cost gold, you can actually net the gold. Net gold come out at the end of this event with a new car and more gold than when how you started, which I think is a better way to go, if you ask me. Yes. And then, yep, so stage 4, we're still starting with the same PR that you ended last stage. And the skipping cost, though, is up to 75,000 now. And we keep on going here. Same thing, same PR required. And then once again, still same PR requirement through 3rd goal, but of course last goal we're gonna have a PR bump up to 69.1 to get through this one. But we're still gonna skip, and the payout's gonna be once again 20,000 motorsport dollars and another 10 gold. Right, so that's all fine by me. But it just seems like it just turns the event into such a doozy of an event, you know? And then here we are, the final stage. We're still gonna have only, well, not only, but fine, I prefer 4 goals as opposed to 5. And then PR requirement at the beginning, still same. Skipping cost that's up to 100,000. At least halfway through the final stage, right? And then comes the 3rd and 4th goal, where the PR requirement does get a bump up to the final 71.6 required. And also skipping cost does get a bump up to 275,000, as you can see here. And you get paid 25,000 for goal 3 completion, or skipping in this case, and same payout for the final goal here. Right, and along with the 25, oh no, this one pays 50,000 motorsport dollars for the final one, plus 20 gold. So that makes up the total of 140,000 payout in motorsport dollars, and the 50 gold total that you earn, that you don't necessarily have to spend unless you're planning on upgrading your driver level, right? So yeah, what a doozy of an event. Is this more of what we should be expecting in this game? Because I would like to ask for course correction, because thanks for trying something new, but I don't think this is what the players were asking for. This is a feature that nobody asked for. Here, let's check into the 2020 season. And then the reason why I know there is a gold payout in this season completion is because I saw it. So yeah, see, like how motorsport dollar payout and the racing the gold payout kind of parallel each other. 8,000 motorsport equals 8 gold. See what I mean? So I believe there's some 66 gold to be won here, because the total payout of the motorsport dollar payout is 66,000. So that's what I'm going with. But anyway, what a doozy of an event. And not related to this particular thing, what are they doing to the team events? Given I don't do much in this team events much anymore these days, but I know a lot of you guys do. And I know a lot of people's been complaining about hackers. That's always been something that's been plaguing the game for a while. Yeah, the podium finish, first, second, third place, gold payout is exactly the same, 625. But not only that, everybody gets same amount up to top 100th. So why do they bother? Why don't they just say, like, instead of dividing it up into 4 through 8, 9 through 15, 16 through 25, they could have just left it as from first top 100 team. They could have just left it as a one thing and then keep the screen simpler without having this unnecessary scroll. Not that it's that big of a deal either way, but that seems kind of half-baked. I mean, overall, the 6.5 seems very half-baked, is the impression that I'm getting right now. So anyway, let me know if you guys want to see the actual playthrough at this point. Anyway, thanks for indulging my, I don't know, half rant, half critique, half race information. Yes, there are 3 halves in my book here. You know what I mean. All right, so thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on in the next video. So good luck, and we'll see you guys later.